please subscribe. Click the button down below. Just take a few seconds, click the button down below. I'm trying to bring the highest quality hiking videos to YouTube, and that means I'm going to show you maps of where you are on the trail, trail highlights, all the best views on the trail, the spots where those are, any good picnic spots, any wildlife we see, all in 4K high quality video. So you can watch it on your big screen anytime you want, and we'll see you on the next hike. Hi everyone. So we're about to head out on our hike. We're at Timberlake Campground now. I'm getting my gear together. We're going to head out on the 30-minute drive to go out to the tunnel. I just want to talk a little bit about things that I usually bring on a moderate day hike. This isn't long distance. This isn't going to be multiple days or even a very long hike. This is only 8-9 miles or so. So the gear should be light. You shouldn't be bringing really too much with you because you don't want to be bogged down by weight. And also I like to save weight for the water because the water is the heaviest. I like Camelback backpacks because they're compact. A lot of pockets to put all this gear that I'm going to talk about in. And then there's a bladder in there. Mine holds 3 liters. Fill that up and it's fairly heavy as it is, so you don't want to bring a whole lot with you. Extra stuff. So we're going to talk about what I bring extra. Snacks, you can bring anything you like, anything with a lot of energy, fruits, dried fruit, nuts, things like that. You can bring an apple, banana, whatever, granola bars, protein bars. Depending on the weather, do your research. If it's going to be sunny, this is kind of big. Usually I bring a smaller container. This is all I have. I know it's going to be hot today. It's going to be sunny, so I've got sun protection. Always bring some kind of ibuprofen because when you're going long distance, you might get dehydrated. You might get hurt, and your joints might get sore, so you always should have some kind of ibuprofen or something like that in your pack. Headlamp for if you end up out beyond sunset, and you know a lot of times things unpredictable happen and you end up stuck out there longer than you expected. You should always have light, otherwise it's really hard to find your way back, or you have to stay out there overnight, which totally sucks. So safety. Always bring your safety compass. It can be as small and simple as something like this. I clip this on my backpack on the outside, right over here, so I can see it while I'm walking if I have to. I always bring a life straw with me because you can do it. You can basically use it right out of the stream if you want to, or right out of a lake, or you could put water in a bottle and stick this in the bottle and use it too. This is literally a lifesaver. So if you ever find yourself without water, you can still use this to have a good source of drinking water. Critical. Obviously a knife. In this one I have a fire starter stone, a flint, and so I don't bring matches with me. A lot of people just bring a knife. Bring waterproof matches with you as well. So those two things are critical to survival. This one has a bunch of accessories in here for fishing and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to get that fancy. A knife and something to start fire is critical. Safety, always bring a first aid kit with you. It can be, go for a light one, don't go for a huge one that has a whole bunch of stuff in it, because really it's just for stopping bleeding, cuts, bruises, cuts. It's got antibiotic, it also has additional pain medicine in there, so simple first aid kit that's really light. I bring an extra pair of underwear. I don't mind showing everyone my underwear, because it doesn't even look like underwear. I have a t-shirt, lightweight, moisture wicking t-shirt. I'll bring basically gym type shirts with me, and that's just because you get soaked out there, especially when it's hot. It's nice when you get to the end of the trail, change your shirt, dry off, then change your shirt, and it feels really good to head back with a dry upper body anyway. Lower body, it doesn't really bother me, so I don't care. Extra pair of socks for the same reason. I don't have extra hiking socks, so I'm bringing cotton socks, which is not always a good idea, but I may not need it anyway. Extra flashlight, just because in case the batteries run out on my headlamp, I want to have a backup. It's always a good idea for getting out of the woods at night when it's dark. You absolutely do not want to be stuck in the dark. I like to bring, you should always bring your phone with you for safety, fully charged. Also a battery pack, just in case. Battery pack probably weighs more than any individual item in here, but I like it for security reasons, just for safety reasons. I'm going to talk about the gun. I know a lot of people have strong feelings about guns. I live in Tennessee, so most people have positive feelings toward guns. You don't have to bring a gun with you. I like to. It adds a ton of weight, but it also gives me a feeling of security. Not so much to shoot scary animals, but to scare off things the two-legged type of animals. It just makes me feel safe against any threat that's going to come along. I've never had to use it. I hope I never have to use it for my whole life, but I do. If you do carry a gun with you, I really hope that you've taken a safety course, that you understand how it works, how to keep it safe, how to put it in your pack in a direction that won't ever endanger anyone. I usually keep it on an outside pocket so I can get to it quicker, but it's fully concealed and pointed in a direction that's usually down. That's never gonna flag anyone. Never gonna. Even if it's safety's on and you're walking by people, you do not want your gun pointed toward people at any moment in time. So please keep safety on. I know a lot of people have different opinions about whether to keep a bullet in the chamber, whether to have the safety on or off. I think it's just a good idea to keep the safety on. Whether you want to put one in the chamber or not, I guess is a personal opinion. I sometimes do, sometimes don't. Depends on if I know there actually is bear territory out there. So, personal opinion. That's all I bring. That's it. I might bring a little extra for snacks, but again, I really like to leave all of my weight capacity for water alone. And so 3 liters of water in here, it's a godsend for those long hikes. I usually never run out, and I drink a lot. I might actually even bring an extra water bottle that I can slip in the side pocket, the mesh side pocket that holds water bottles. I recommend if you get a Camelback or any other type of bladder type hiking pack to always get one with pockets on the side. And then the way I dress on my hikes usually is regular hiking shorts, moisture wicking, lightweight, fairly lightweight, hiking socks. I have my elbows here. Today I'm going to wear a tank top. I usually wear a gym shirt, but it's really hot. It's going to be really hot today. It's already about 80 right now. By the time we get on the trail, it's probably going to be in the 90s. As we get higher, it might get cooler, but we're not going to be getting, I don't think, too high today, so I don't think we're going to get blessed with cooler altitude. So we'll see how it goes. Once this gets wet, I'll switch to a t-shirt. The last thing I wanted to go over was hiking shoes. I like Oboz. Again, I don't get paid by anyone. I don't get paid by Oboz to promote their shoes, but I love Oboz ever since I discovered them a year ago. Mostly because they have lightweight hiking shoes that have this mesh that makes it breathable, but it's still waterproof, which is amazing. It's like a miracle. It doesn't work if you just leave your foot in the water, but if you're just stepping through into a stream for a few seconds, it's going to keep the water out. Also, the grip on the bottom is, I think it's engineered to pretty much work in any direction. I would not recommend going hiking with gym shoes, because gym shoes, the treads on the bottom are either all perpendicular or crisscross, and they don't control sliding in most of the time diagonal. When you're going across a brook or something and you're jumping from rock to rock, you want grip in every direction. Oboz isn't the only shoe that will do that. Any fairly high-end or even moderately priced hiking shoe will have that design. So just look carefully at the bottom, make sure it's got a really crazy tread that looks like it will protect you in all directions. I like lower cut on the ankle, but if you have bad ankles, I recommend getting a higher cut to protect your ankles. This actually has pretty good ankle protection, just not high up my my ankles, so because I don't like the rubbing. And that's it. That's pretty much as simple as it gets.